Coming up on My Global Adventure.
I discovered the My Global Adventure website, and I know I'm the host that you've been searching for.
And it seems she did not come with the Czech airline. Yeah. So we know for a fact she is not on this flight. She doesn't know. Maybe she did, maybe not.
Needless to say, there was lots of emotions running through my head. Even at one point, there was that little voice that said, you know, maybe we made the wrong choice. Maybe when push came to shove, she got down to the 11th hour, she realized, I can't do this, and she bolted. And so here we are over in the Czech Republic, and we don't have a host.
Got to find a host. We're looking for somebody between 20, 25. Hey, you know, I mean, this is a chance to travel the world. You get paid to do it. And, you know, who'd not jump at the opportunity to see the world and get paid?
I do have a healthy appetite for adventure.
Destination Jennifer allows you to express your spirituality.
We wanted to attract people to apply to be our host. So we had a contest that was run through the website, and it allowed people to apply online in terms of applying for the host.
Yep.
We were pretty clear that this show was going to be extremely dependent on the quality of the host. And quite frankly, the idea of doing an internet competition scared us to death. Mostly we weren't sure we would get enough candidates to have the kind of quality we were looking at.
One more day?
This gold. Isn't that? Okay, we did this one.
This brings us to about 527.
Here we go.
Rumor has it there's a host search going on.
I have a mom, dad, sister, brother.
Here I am applying for, you know, to be the star of a TV show.
It's really hot and dry.
Shillings and Deutschmarks. I give 100% to everything I do.
Make it a yes. Look at it again. Let's go to the next one.
I think the whole premise of our show is to have an arc of a series where somebody discovers the world and we learn about the world through this person. And if you've already seen the world, I'm wondering if she's too experienced.
Yeah. I actually kind of dreamt that I was married to some viewers.
Lira and rupees.
It's my job to convince you that I'll be the perfect host for this crazy adventure.
Guilders, Florence, Kunas, and Corns.
Ew.
Money.
And a dog named Nina and a turtle named Toby.
I love nature.
So this should be a really interesting trip.
The concept for My Global Adventure really came out of a trip that I did 20 years ago as a young 20-year-old. I had the opportunity to travel around the world, working my way to some money. From the time I left home to the time I got back after that trip, I was absolutely a changed person in terms of my philosophy on life, what I thought about the world, what I thought about my community. And I always had, in the back of my mind, had the idea that wouldn't it be great to find a person who's a bit naive and send them off on this incredible journey around the world. Our goal is to experience cultural, spiritual, and physical adventures from around the world. We really wanted our journey to go right around the world. It was really important to experience sort of longevity of a journey like that and to sort of participate in how local people live in that particular country.
We wanted to go to as many countries in the world as we could, but we also wanted to be able to show a Canadian's point of view of those countries, and in a less traditional environment, a less touristy kind of environment. One of the most important things was the director who was going to be on the road had to be very clear that this person was going to have the stamina and the kind of drive to take an 8-month journey with its film and television crew.
Picking someone, A, with absolutely no experience, and B, that we were going to have to live with for 8 months. This was an unbelievably important choice.
The world is mine! The world is mine!
Putting up food fight.
And really what it comes down to, it came down to a gut feeling on who was going to be the best, who was going to do the best job. And fortunately, with it being my idea, I got the chance to be that spoiler. And I went with Asia Nelson.
Not so much.
Same height. That's it. Excellent.
I got the call and Kevin said, "You're it, you got the job." And I thought, wow, I just moved to a different place. Something just happened there, because this is not the reality I was living in just a minute ago. I was working in Calgary, Alberta, at a little TV station, writing the news. Everything that the anchor says on screen, that was my mouth behind it. And I was hating that job. Every day that I would leave to go to work at this job that I hated, I had to wait for the bus outside my place. And I would see from the airport in Calgary planes going off all the time. And I just kept telling myself, it's going to be me. That's going to be me. Someday I will get out of here, and that will be me. Oh, that's sweet. All of a sudden, I got off the plane, I show up in Regina, there's a camera in my face, and there's about 100 questions going through my head. Do I look at the camera? Do I not look at the camera? Do I talk to you? Do I be myself? Am I supposed to have a script? Do I look over here? What if I walk weird? You know, there's all of these things going on.
Man, I felt sorry for her, quite frankly, because all I could think of was, what if it was me? Literally get plucked out of her life in Calgary with literally 2 days' notice. She's on a plane. She said goodbye to her life, and she's going into a situation that she has absolutely no experience with.
Which was exciting on one end, but it's also sort of disarming and sort of, not even sort of, very confusing.
But her week in Regina was a whirlwind, to say the least. I knew that we had to do camera tests. I knew that we had to make some sort of decision about wardrobe. We were using a completely sort of different format for filming the process. New cameras, new style that we were all unfamiliar with.
Check, okay.
There was just a million things to cover in a really, really short period of time. And those are all technical too, let alone what we should have had the time to do in preparing her emotionally. To say, okay, this is a journey, this is an arc. She's going to be one person in episode number 1, and hopefully she's a different person in episode number 26. So So instead of trying to change her, let's just see what falls off the truck, as we like to say.
One of the objectives of the website is to have an audience be able to follow our host on a real-time basis, experience what she's experiencing, witness what she's witnessing, and hopefully relay some of the trials and tribulations, some of the things that she's learning.
Somebody in Iceland is checking to see what you're doing right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, too, a friend of mine...
Of course, part of the website is that a web audience gets to decide what she does, where she goes, and what she sees. So if you vote for her to paraglide in France off a mountain, you can go and actually experience it within a couple of days.
Excellent. I don't think I was nervous about the web audience deciding what I was going to do for Physical Adventures because I saw the list for the Czech Republic adventures before I think I even had the job, and I wanted to do all of them. So I was like, hey, pick away. I'm going to do, if you want that, great. You want that, great. You know, I was ready to do them all. I have never been in television before, you know, on this side of the camera. 6 months writing the news is not really what you would call experience in that area. And I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was expected of me. I didn't know, you know, I just kind of kept getting up and getting the program handed to me, and I was like, okay, I'm going for an interview. I've never been interviewed before.
Welcome back to Saskatchewan Weekend. Normally, it being just a radio show, we're sitting here in the luxurious Saskatchewan Weekend studios, but this morning, big TV crew with us here this morning. 17 cameras are here filming what we're doing right now because a very special guest has joined us. MyGlobalAdventure.com is the website and the TV show, and Asia Nelson is the woman that won the big contest. Congratulations. Welcome to Saskatchewan Weekend.
Thank you very much.
So what does this all mean for you now, a 24-year-old person who's traveling the world? Is that something you want to do, or is this just a TV show that might lead to something else?
No, for sure, this is what I wanted to do. The fact that there are cameras on me while I do it is sort of a sidebar, and in fact, probably the most nerve-wracking part of it all. So.
Now, the fact that when the cameras came in, they're following you down the hall and doing all those sorts of things, I'm not used to having cameras follow me around outside of a courtroom. But now, are you used to having cameras? Are you getting used to this camera thing?
No.
One of the things that we wanted to do with our host was, prior to the trip, is put them into a situation where they'd be thrown into a kind of, quote, reality TV situation. What we did is we did an arrangement with The Loft in Toronto, which is this place that was built in downtown Toronto that had 8 lofters living for a year, people who come from different backgrounds, different walks of life, and have cameras on them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
I think my first reaction was, oh my God, I'm never going to get along with Trey. Yeah.
You like him big? You like it big? Sorry.
Oh my God, I'm never going to get along with Trey. How am I going to spend a week in the loft with Trey?
Oh, hi there. How are you today? We're going to pick up Asia. Yes, we are.
Sandy, how have you been preparing for Asia?
I haven't.
Man, I felt sorry for her, quite frankly.
It's always good to get the hopes up nice and high, and then let them down slowly. I'm looking for a wife. Can't miss that. Where are you, hottie? Yeah. Welcome to UATV, the world of UATV, and welcome to my world.
Thanks.
I don't know if they told you, so I'm going to break the news to you. Do you know you're sleeping in my bed for the next week?
As long as you're not there, Trey, that's fine.
Oh, man. The Loft.
When I first arrived at the Loft, Mathieu and his boyfriend grabbed a hold of me right away, took me over to the couch and just wanted to know everything about the show and asked me 100 questions. And
she looks really, really, really gorgeous, so I have nothing against gorgeous women in love. That's my bed, your bed, sorry.
Okay.
That we will be you will be using.
The cameras were quite intimidating, literally, because they're everywhere. They watch you brush your teeth, they watch you sleep, they watch you watch TV, they watch everything.
Anything romantic between you and Asia?
I knew it.
I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting involved. I'm only here for a week, so don't try and pull that crap out of me. I don't know what she thinks about Trey.
I don't think there's anything romantic there, if that's what you're implying.
How come this isn't letting me on? It logged me off or something? It just all of a sudden went away? It needs a guy's touch.
You want to use the settings like before, or do you want to...
Oh, whatever. It's fun. It was nice to have it big, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like them big? You like it big? Sorry.
I knew that was coming. I set myself up for it. It was a little nerve-wracking and a little... I was still very self-conscious about being in front of the camera, and there's 21 of them in there, and they are on you all the time. After a couple of days, it actually feels weird if you leave the loft to not feel cameras on you. So I adjusted to it. I went from, you know, not addressing them at all to, at times, just sitting right down and answering questions that people were in the chat room asking, and I would answer them straight to the camera. Hi, my name is Asia Nelson. I'm the host of a new travel adventure series for the Life Network called My Global Adventure. I'm in Toronto for the next week, staying at the Loft, and while I'm here, I'm going to be picking up a lot of the stuff that I'm taking with me. So I'm going to be packing everything I own on my back for the next 8 months. I got to get boots. We're going to be here for a while. Oh, really? Yeah, make yourself comfortable. Hi, Chris.
Hey, how you doing?
Asia. Okay, so the deal is I'm going on a trip, 24 countries in the next 8 months. And I'm going to be doing all kinds of adventure stuff. It's called My Global Adventure. And I'm going to all of these wacky places, Africa, Australia, Europe, Muslim countries, everything. And they're going to have me back in the woods, jumping off cliffs, flying in the air, all kinds of adventure stuff. So I need equipment that's going to last and that's going to hold all my stuff for the next 8 months.
You going to be living in a tent?
I have no idea.
Really? Do you have one?
No. They'll be supplying stuff if we need it, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing. You're guessing a lot, aren't you?
Are nice and contoured to your shoulders, and contoured to your back.
What do you think?
I don't know. Isn't it a bit small?
It grows. It has a big
grows.
It has a big thing on
Just
the top.
add water. You scared?
Not really.
It's not scared.
It's out of ignorance because I don't know what to be scared of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'm going to be doing. So probably once I find out, I'll go, oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah.
But as it stands now, no, it's going to be an adventure. It's cool. It's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, it's really exciting.
And plus, they can't make you do something that would be totally mundane.
Yeah, they're not. It wouldn't be in their best interest to have me die. I think spending a week in the loft was an excellent boot camp for what I was about to face for the next 8 months of having cameras follow me around everywhere.
Being in the Toronto airport and waiting for Asia, and the time ticking away was the Chinese water torture. It was excruciating. I can't remember when my guts were in more of a knot.
That fateful day. Oh my God. The fateful day that we were supposed to leave.
We were about to get on an airplane and leave for the Czech Republic and 24 other countries in moments, and I don't have a host.
I had it in my head that they would want to come and film me leaving the loft and catching that transition.
She did not have a reservation for this flight.
I didn't have my ticket. I didn't even have my passport. They had all this information because they were getting visas and whatnot. No one from Mind's Eye has phoned me. No one has tried to contact me all week. They just kind of dropped me in this black hole that was the loft.
Needless to say, there was lots of emotions running through my head. Even at one point, there was that little voice that said, you know, maybe we made the wrong choice. Maybe when push came to shove, she got down to the 11th hour, she realized I can't do this, and she bolted. And so here we are over in the Czech Republic, and we don't have a host.
I was waiting, and it was 2 o'clock, and then it was 3 o'clock, it was 4 o'clock, and that's when I really started to panic because I knew the flight was 6.
It seems she did not come with the Czech Airlines.
So we know for a fact she is not on this flight.
She doesn't know. Maybe she did, maybe not.
I expect.
You know, I'm looking around the airport. Does anybody look interesting here? Do you think we could find somebody else?
Boys and girls, we have our new host. We have our new host of the show. Introduce yourself.
I'm Carrie Holland from Toronto, Canada. Nice to meet you.
My first reaction to being left at the airport when the rest of the crew flew off without me was, I knew it. I knew this was too good to be true. I knew this was a joke, and it's not really going to happen. I'm going to have to go back to my job in Calgary. Oh, this is the worst thing that could happen to me.
It was awful. It was an awful time for us.
How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
Good.
Oh, you're alive. I'm alive. And I already know I'm carrying way too much baggage.
There you go.
Like,
so
wow.
what happened?
I thought you guys were coming to the loft.
All in all, by the time I got over there and we all dealt with jet lag, we just sort of went, okay, fine, I'm here, let's just do this show already.
This season on My Global Adventure.